Welcome to the mailbag. Today's fun and games are lubricated by Cosmic Horizon Dunkelweizen Dark Wheat Beer by Fort Garry Brewing in Winnipeg. They describe it as a malty dark wheat beer with flavors of caramel, chocolate, banana, and subtle clove. And as is often the case, those exotic flavors only come from the process and the 5 basic beer ingredients. That's definitely different, not what I was expecting, but certainly drinkable. The first thing in is case. What kind of a case do we have in such a tiny little... Oh, okay, bag within a bag, so be it. These are 3.5 millimeter audio jacks. This is difficult to get out, but it is in fact threading out. Hang on, just need to grip it a little bit better than my fingers can do. There we go. So this is a standard 3-pin, so basic stereo female jack. A little insulator to go around there, that's nice. A little spring for some kind of strain relief, I guess bend radius protection mostly. Alright, those will come in handy for extending audio around. I got some others a week or two, mailbag or two back. They were the 4-pin variety, so these are the 3-pin variety. And metal, so that they're, durable and can handle a little bit of abuse and being stepped on and having being dragged around or whatnot. So, nice. 3.5 jack, 3.5 millimeter female adapter, solder stereo, socket wire connector, DIY jack plug. Yes, all those things. I got the 3-piece silver. They also have 1-piece and 3-piece and 2-piece gold, but this is what I got for $4.03 Canadian with another $2 shipping. So $6 and what, 9 cents, 8 cents, something like that for the 3 of them, $2 a piece for fairly solid metal connectors. That's not too bad. Right, the next thing in says phone holder. Okay, phone case of some sort maybe, or a dash. No, it's kind of floppy, so it's probably not anything for holding in a vehicle. Oh, it's a pouch. Ah, it's a Faraday cage pouch for when you don't want your phone broadcasting to other people and you don't want to turn it off, I guess. I basically got it just to see if these things actually work. But I'm going to have to find a different phone to put in. Well, that'll kind of work in there, but yeah, I'll have to use a different phone to test this thing out. Not that I care too much, I just want to be able to tell people if they're asking about all the tinfoil hattery kind of bullshit stuff. If they're asking if these things work or not, I want to be able to give them an honest answer. Mini mobile phone RF signal blocker jammer bag case pouch anti-radiation. It's not a jammer. If it works the way it's supposed to, it will block signals though, and as we can see, it looks like it probably does, just because it is a metal foil that wraps around your phone. The main reason that I got this, other than what I've already mentioned, is I got it at auction for 56 cents Canadian with free shipping. My initial bid was, I think, a dime, and I figured, okay, well, I'll go up to 50 cents American or 75 cents Canadian or something like that, and just see. So here it is. What other claims do they make down here? Involves anti-radiation and anti-degassing. No. Offers protection to your phone from damage, scratching, and dust. Sure, it's a soft case. Why not? There will be a signal in the first layer, while no signal if you put your phone on the second layer. Oh, okay, interesting. It's made of nanomaterials. Right. Anti-disturb if you don't want to receive calls. Yeah. Or you could just, shut your phone off or put it in airplane mode. And here is the bullshit. Yeah, whatever. Either you're using your phone or you're not. This thing is not going to save you from any of this garbage. Whatever. Anyway, oh, this might actually work. Maybe put a credit card in there and it won't get magnetized. I guess it depends on whether or not that mesh is ferrous. I don't know. I guess we could play with that. Not with my credit card, of course, but I think I have some magnet detection sheet around here somewhere, which could come in handy for testing that. Sure, I'll play with that later. Though I suppose a quick simple test would just be to see if there is some resistance across this. Yeah, that's a dead short. Okay. So this is at the very least going to act, it should act as a Faraday cage, actually. It's not a great thing to do to your phone because it's going to be boosting its power up to try and find the tower, and it'll kill your battery quicker, but I guess it'll work. I don't know why you'd want to, but I'll experiment with that a little bit in the future anyway. I just thought it was a silly little thing to get. Here we go again. Next thing in, it says 6-way conductive slip ring and conductive springs. That actually sounds like something I did order. Let's just see if that's really what it is. So yeah, these are slip rings. Okay, and what slip rings are basically is they allow you to pass wires through a rotating device without the wires getting tangled or losing continuity. So this one is a 2, 4, 6 wire. So basically you mount this part to one side of your device and your wires run up through it, and you see what happens here. You can spin all day and your wires don't get tangled and you still have continuity. So that one with 6 wires and this one with also 6 wires, but it's bigger around. Okay, but it is exactly the same thing other than that. Yes, the wires can spin around forever and they don't get tangled up and you've still got continuity. 6 wires circuits, capsule slip ring, 240 volts, 300 RPM, 12.5 millimeter, or 250 RPM 22 for monitor. They both came from the same seller, same listing. This one, the 12 millimeter that claims to be for 300 RPM or up to 300 RPM, the smaller one, that's $454 Canadian or $332 American with $272 shipping. And the other one is $454 Canadian and the same price shipping. The larger one claims to be a little bit lower speed, but I don't think anything I'm going to make is going to go anywhere near that fast. So what do we have for specs down here? It's 30 gauge Teflon wire coming out of it. So I don't think you'd want 2 amps on 30 gauge. That's a little optimistic. Also, dielectric strength between circuits, 500 VAC. Again, no. I will be using these for low DC voltages only. That's beyond optimistic. That's just dangerous of them to even suggest. Same with this one, the larger one claiming 220 volts AC with 2 amps. Again, no, not on 30 gauge wire. That's just not gonna happen. But for just a small motorized DC project, I think that's a great idea. Next thing in, this is something that came anonymously to my P.O. box, so I don't know who to thank for it. And other than it saying strip light down there, I don't know what it is. So let's just find out. Oh, 4 packages. There, that's a little bit easier to see without the reflections of those bags. So these are 4 spools of 12 volt LED. This one calls itself NW. That one's got a white sticker. That one's got a yellow sticker. And this one is RGB. So let's see what these things will look like. I don't suppose there's anything too earth-shattering about them. They're just LED strips, but it never hurts to take a look, does it? So here's this one. I wouldn't call that yellow. I'd call that probably warm white, I'm guessing. course, I'm no expert on colors, but that's what I'm getting from it anyway. Let's try this next one over here that just claims to be white. Well, that's pretty clearly cool white, I think you can tell. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. This one is natural white, I guess. Looks pretty whitish to me. I think that'll do nicely. I think I like that color rather more than the other one too. And then we've got the RGB. That seems like green, that seems like red, and that seems like blue. Okay, it does what it says. Nice. Well, thank you to my anonymous donor for sending in a bunch of assorted LED strips. These things always come in handy for all sorts of little projects here and there, and yeah, it's just really handy to have an assortment of them around. Thanks once again. Cheers. And now, the last and largest thing in this week's mailbag. It says on here, deformation lamp, which is interesting. So inside here we have, oh wow, we have a fan blade light bulb, but yeah, it looks like it's been danced on in shipping. Wonder if it works. And we have a second one in here that's less abused. It's still in pretty ragged shape. Okay. Anyway, according to the box, these are 6500 Kelvin. They'll run anywhere from, I hope this is North American voltages. Doesn't say there. 60 watts though, E27 base. Right, long life, 40,000 hours. I don't suppose this one's going to last that long. Well, if it lasts at all, that'll be good, I guess. So let's see what kind of damage this thing took in shipping. This is the one that's much more smashed. It doesn't seem to have any physical damage on it. That's good. Anyway, this is one of those LED garage lights that you can flatten out like that, or guide the light a little bit, something like that. I figured I'd grab a couple of really cheap ones for the garage, just to have some extra light out there. I don't ever turn the lights on in the garage unless I'm there, so if these things are a fire hazard, at least I'll be around to see it. They're not going to be running unattended or anything like that, so I'm not as concerned about their cheap Chinesiness. There's the second one. Okay, I'm going to check the listing and then we'll try and power these things on and see if either of them survived the trip from China. Relief LED fan deformable lamp fan folding garage ceiling workshop lamp. 2 have been sold, and those 2 were to me, and this is they still have 1 in stock apparently. Got these for $10.98 or $12.35 Australian for the 3 Australians that are watching. Free shipping though, that's good. If these things are damaged or not working, then I'm going to have to ask this guy for some refund, but we'll worry about that later. 4 centimeter by 38 centimeter, sure. Wide range of voltages, 85 to 265, okay. They have 2835 size surface mount LEDs in them, presumably a whole bunch of them. They claim to be warm white. They beam 360 degrees, not so sure. The lifespan that they list is 5,000 hours, which is a lot less optimistic than the, what was it on the box? Yeah, the box said 40,000 hours. This ain't that. But this is still pretty good. If it, works at all. So let's just try this out here. Power strips turned on. Well, that one works. That is damn bright. The camera, yeah, you can see that the camera has irised down and changed its shutter speed and stuff so that this thing is flickering horribly. Yeah. Let me just lock off the exposure here. Watch your eyes. That's pretty bright. And I'm pleased that this one works. So I don't need a full refund from the guy. Let's see if this one works. Get in there. Contact. No, this one doesn't work. Okay. So 50% success rate. But the other thing that means is, well, I'm obviously going to ask for a refund. And if he doesn't want the broken one back, then this gets to be a teardown and possibly a repair, but definitely a teardown, which was always part of the plan in the first place anyways, but the repair could be an extra bonus. And that is the contents of today's Mailbag Monday haul. Quite the variety. These are going to be interesting to experiment with, and if I get more into making mechanical projects, which I've been having limited success with, but it's fun to play with, those could come in really handy. Female audio jacks, good thing to have in stock. Always like to have a variety of those because I always seem to use them in this and that. This goofy little Faraday cage phone pouch thing, yeah, for what did it cost me? Less than 50 cents? I think it might be fun to play with, if nothing else, just to debunk stuff, but because it does actually have a conductive metal foil lining in there, well, that's a woven stuff actually, it's not even a foil. It might do some of what it claims. I don't know if it's going to be magnetically protective or not, but whatever, I'll play with it. Thanks to my anonymous donor who sent this fine assortment of LED strip to my P.O. box. I always appreciate that. And if you want to stay anonymous, that is absolutely cool with me. You know who you are. And then there is these lights. 50% success on those ones. I'll put one of them up in the garage right away. And the other one will show up as a repair / teardown, unless the seller wants me to ship it back for the refund or something. But I'll be contacting him and processing that, hopefully in the near future. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to my anonymous donor, as always, whoever you are. Questions and comments down below in the comments section. And a special thanks to my Patreon supporters and my YouTube channel members who help keep the beer fridge full and help keep the mailbags rolling in. Well, I will talk to you later. As I said, comments and questions down there. Thanks for watching.